Hi, it's Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead, where today I did my shopping at my local Meijer and Aldi store. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed yet, you might want to go ahead and check out this video and the rest of my channel, and then if you like it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Well, I had a little, I guess you call it little incident. I was at my Meijer store and the cashier was there, and they've decided to go ahead and have baggers, to bag your groceries, but my lane didn't have a bagger. Now, my cashier, she was a very nice lady, but she probably was at least 70 years old. Nothing wrong with her being 70, more power to her, and I'm glad she's still working, that she's able to. But I saw behind me 4 other people, and their carts were pretty full. And I thought to myself, if I'm going to want to get out of here anytime soon, this was like about 11:45, I'm going to have to bag my own groceries. So I started bagging my own groceries to help her out, so of course I could get faster out of the store. Finally, a lady came over and started to finish bagging, so of course I just let her finish the rest of it. When I got to my car, I don't know if you guys do this, but I go ahead and I look through each bag while I'm putting it in there to make sure that they didn't miss something, which can happen. So that's why I checked. Well, I ended up getting a bag of stuff that wasn't mine. They didn't charge me for it. It had a bottle of olive oil that was pretty large. I'd say it was at least $15 worth. Extra virgin olive oil, a box of Triscuits, and Mrs. Butterworth's syrup, pancake syrup, which was in a really big bottle. So I'm going to guess $25 worth of groceries. Now, I was kind of hot, I was kind of tired, but in all honesty, I like to be honest. And it wasn't mine, and I didn't pay for it, and I was there. So I went ahead and walked back in, and I returned it. And she was like, "Were you being charged?" I said, "No, but I didn't pay for it either." I feel bad for the other person that did and then discovers they don't have it. So I went ahead and returned it. Now, if I was at home and I discovered it, these were all non-perishables. If I was in the area, I would have returned it. But of course, if it was perishables and I made it home, I'd probably just go ahead and eat it and say, "Hey, God blessed me today. This is a blessing. I'll go ahead and eat it." But I went ahead and returned those groceries. So what would you do? If you were in the parking lot and you're loading up your groceries and you notice you have something else in those bags that, yes, they didn't charge you for it, would you return it? I wonder how many people would. Probably not too many, but I feel like sometimes God tests us, wanting to see if we're going to do the right thing. And I would have returned it regardless. It just, I wouldn't have, if I was home and it was perishable, I wouldn't take a special trip all the way out there to return it, because they are 30 minutes away from my home. Well, let me go ahead and turn around the camera and show you these great deals that I found at Meijer. Okay. I got some really good deals here. So as you can see, I got some kites. I actually picked up these 2 kites. My son will probably watch this video. I thought one for him and one for his wife, so that way they can fly kites with their 2 daughters. And we have the perfect spot in our, yard. We have a big open space in front of our garden, and my garden's not doing very well, so if you ran through it, it would be okay. But it's just perfect to fly some kites. And you can't beat $2.25 for that one and $2.75 for the other one. So I went ahead and snagged it. Then I actually picked up these for my son, sometimes going to work, like a snack. My husband usually does not eat this stuff. So I just, I think of my son or my daughter when I'm out, my grandkids. If I find something that's clearance, I could either put it away for like special occasions, or I could give it to them now. So I went ahead and snagged these, and you can't really beat 90 cents for that one and 90 cents for the other one. Went ahead and got some canned chicken for my dog. Again, I only use this when he gets sick. Peanut butter, Smuckers. I got some beef broth. I'm going to be making a recipe for, it's like Hamburger Helper from scratch, of course, with no preservatives. And I'll be doing that, and that will be a future video. Might want to look out for that. And then I want to go ahead and I got the pizza sauce. This one my husband really kind of seems to like. It was on sale for $1.99. It is regular $2.19, and I went ahead and took 4 of them because it's a good price. Went ahead and got another can of pineapple for my husband. Some yellow peaches. I got 2 of those. I got some more yeast. It seems like I can't have enough yeast. I got 8 pounds of potatoes. I'm eating a lot of potatoes, and it was just cheaper to buy the 8 pounds than to buy the smaller one and then say buy 2. Went ahead and got some Thousand Island dressing for my husband. It was not on sale. And then I did pick up this again. I love this. Yes, we do not have a baby in the house. I do have a grandchild that is a baby. So it's nice to have one in case but usually I end up eating it. I think it's delicious. If I can get some more pears, I'll make a pear applesauce, but sometimes I buy pears. I'm waiting for them to ripen, and then sometimes they're so hard I can't even cut into them because they're still not ripe, but they rot. So, this is kind of like a quick little like pear sauce, etc. Went ahead and got the juice, and again, I was saying I love this juice, this pear juice. It's all natural, just pears and vitamin C. They don't have anything like that for the adults in the adult section. So I don't mind buying it at Meijer. It's cheaper at Meijer actually than my Kroger. It's $2.75, and my Kroger has it for $2.79. So it's delicious. I only drink half a cup. It's great. Went ahead and got another one of these because, with Labor Day coming up, it wasn't on sale, but I figured I'm there. I'll remember it. I'll get it. Now I went ahead and got this. Now this is, again, it's close to school time. This is actually not for my granddaughters. Like, I'm not giving it to them. I'm going to keep it at Grandma's house. I figure that way I'm pimped up, so to speak. I'm set at my house. But you can't beat crayons for 50 cents. So 50 cents each for these. These were $1 a piece, $1 a piece for the colored pencils, and then the glue was 50 cents each. And again, hey, we can do some crafts, we can color. We got it. Then I got some parchment paper, really kind of running low on that. I've been using a lot more lately. Went ahead and got another all-purpose flour, just the store brand, which is fine for me. And I got some more wheat germ, another old-fashioned oats. I got some elbow macaroni, 2 heads of garlic, some fish, and here's the really, really good deal. I ended up picking, again, this is Katie's Best Chickens. These are not the organic ones. She has this one. Then the green label is organic. The blue one is not. But regular $12.86, 20% off for $6.59. Yes, it's a 4-pound chicken. I saw 4-pound chickens at Meijer, and they were going for $8. So this one was cheaper than the Meijer brand. These are just going straight into my freezer. And then I picked this up for my dog. I usually get him the chicken ones. They were sold out, probably because that's all what dogs like. But I thought I'd go ahead and try the bacon, soft and chewy. And then I got a pack of construction paper. It was $1.99. And, all in all, like I said, you can't beat that for, Grandma's house, etc. So all in all, here were my groceries from Meijer. My total was $147.10. You look at it and think, where can it be? Like I said, it just adds up. Some of this stuff is expensive. I did save $10 off my grocery bill because when I use the Meijer credit card, after you spend so much, they send you a $10 reward. And so I cashed in and used that. And so it was $10 cheaper. Well, let me go ahead and show you my Aldi shopping haul right here. Before I show you my Aldi shopping haul, I forgot these items. They were in my other freezing bag that I had. I just wanted to show you those. I got Jimmy Dean all natural turkey sausage patties, Meijer original sausage patties, which my Meijer has done away with the turkey and they didn't have it, which is what my husband wanted and my son. So I had to buy again the Jimmy Dean if they wanted any kind of turkey patties. Then I bought this to put on like my husband's pizza, and I did get this chicken salad that my son loves, clearance. So that was the rest of the Meijer order. So here is my Aldi shopping haul. I got 2 dozen eggs. Each pack was $2.71, which was a great deal. I got the cheese. The cheese this week, it said new lower price, was $1.85 a bar, which is cheaper than what I was paying at Meijer. So I just went ahead and bought it there. 2 bags apples. Cannot beat $3. $2.99 for a 3-pound bag of apples, which is an excellent deal. Went ahead and got 2 avocados. They were 65 cents a piece. 2 bunches of bananas. I snagged this actually for my granddaughters at Christmas time. Again, you see things in the store you think that maybe someone would like and you're putting away for Christmas, etc. Or birthdays. These were erasers, and I figured I got to get the same kind, otherwise they'd be fighting. And at $3.99 for each one, thought it was a pretty good deal. Went ahead and got this. It's supposed to be like Jenga. If you ever played Jenga, where you can do that on your tabletop. This one you can do it outside. And I wanted a little bit more games that we can do outside because I get together for gatherings for like Memorial Day, Labor Day, birthdays, etc. And I thought they'd have a good time playing that. It was clearance for $17.49. Thought it was worth it. Weighs a ton. Went ahead and picked this up. My daughter asked me to pick it up for her son. Looks interesting. And this was, I do believe, $15 or $16 for this. So all in all, here was what I bought at Aldi's. My total was $70.43. You're thinking, oh my goodness. Yes, it adds up fast. I'm sorry about being out of breath there. My thyroid level is still too high. So I absolutely have no thyroid. I had it taken out when my son was almost 2 years old. I had Graves' disease. And my level now is considered high, meaning it's like I have hyperthyroidism, but I don't have a thyroid. So they have lowered my dose and they said it will take a while. So I've been a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous, talking a little bit fast, and I apologize for that. Or in the sense, because I talked too fast, I got out of breath. So, and I'm having heart palpitations too as well. So I'm having a whole slew of symptoms, but I'm trying. And if you could just be patient with me, we'll get through this. Let me go ahead and now show you my Kroger shopping haul right here. Okay, here's my Kroger shopping haul. I went ahead and got my milks, and they actually look like they went up in price. For a gallon of my skim milk, it is $3.89, which is pretty high. And then I got my half gallons, and these are $2.79 a piece. I got a loaf of bread. I got the red lettuces, but this is actually green leaf lettuce. The red lettuces were so small. I mean, I kind of got up late, so as you say, you snooze, you lose. Someone else probably took the bigger ones, but I really do like red lettuce, so I got those. I picked up these cherry tomatoes, actually for my granddaughters. They really love to eat cherry tomatoes, and our garden is not doing well, just with all the rain that we've been having. So I picked this up. It was $2.49. It was a coupon in your app or your website that you needed to clip, and it was limit 5. So I thought I'd go ahead and get that for them. So it's not, as you say, just a bunch of junk. Went ahead and actually got this in the clearance department. I got some baking cups. And at $1.88, you can't beat that because that stuff's quite high. I picked up these cars actually for my house. I don't really have any Matchbox cars at my house for my grandson to play with. And I found one that is actually a little bike. He actually rides a little bike with his dad or mom, like a little moped bike. And then another car as well. So at least he'll have something, to play with, so to speak. Went ahead and picked up the eggs. Yes, I do get eggs for my chickens, but I do still sell them. The reason being it's to help with the CAUV, which is like a discount on our taxes, when we grow something or we sell something. So, but I still picked this up because it's such an excellent deal. If I would have known, I wouldn't have bought the eggs at Aldi's. Because at Aldi's, I paid $2.71. These were $2.99. That for the 18 count. It was a sale price. You needed to clip the coupon in your app or your website, limit 5. It's dated for August 7th. I thought I would make some pancakes, a couple of extra things, and put it in my freezer. So I needed some more. And went ahead and got a bag of chips, which, as you say, I probably didn't need it, but it was on sale. This regular price is $4.49, and I'm not paying $4.49. It was $3.99, which still means I only paid 50 cents cheaper, but, as you say, a little treat for yourself. Went ahead and picked all this up into the clearance section here. So I actually got this for my daughter, a chocolate cake, Pepperidge Farm, fudge, and it was clearance at $3.20. Cannot beat that. You know, that goes just right in the freezer. If you want to eat it, you put it in the refrigerator to thaw it. I picked this up for my son and my daughter because you just can't beat it. They said they just do not have these sales like my Kroger does. You know, some of my prices at my Kroger is quite high, like the milk, but then this stuff is quite reasonable. So 20 biscuits here, and I only paid $3.05 for each bag. So I thought, again, they're frozen. They could just plop them out. You know, they're busy with their families. It's easy on everyone. Went ahead and picked up these Oreo ice cream things. I hit, like I said, mother load of ice cream. And this stuff at my Kroger, oh gosh, it's $6 something, almost $7. So it's quite shocking. But I picked up the sandwiches, and then I picked up the ice cream bars. And again, you can't beat $3.80, $6 something at my Kroger. Went ahead and picked up these, the chipwiches, I guess they're called, or sandwiches, you know, with ice cream sandwiches. And again, at $2.73 for $6, cannot beat it. It's like I'm treating my grandchildren to ice cream and we're not going out, and I'm only paying, you know, $3.80 a box, you know, divided by them, which is a whole lot cheaper in all honesty. Went ahead and got the Pepperidge Farm garlic bread. Again, I only paid $1.65 for each loaf. So again, one for my son, one for my daughter. I picked this up for my granddaughters. They like the yogurt. And again, you can throw this yogurt into the freezer, you know, close to the date. And then they can have it like a popsicle. And then most of the yogurt, well, the Simple Truth brand, I think, would be a little bit better for you. It doesn't have, say, all the other stuff. Like some of the other yogurt can be too sweet or have dye in it. You really have to watch it. But at $2.02, can't beat it. And then I got some sea salt and vinegar, son and daughter, $2.30. I picked up this box of cereal for my mother-in-law. Again, she does not have a computer. And at $1.49, it was a coupon in your app or your website. You needed to clip limit 5. So I figured I'd go ahead and get her that. And then I went ahead and picked this up actually for my daughter-in-law. I know she likes corn dogs. I know when she was pregnant, that's all she wanted was corn dogs. And we would try to get it at Costco, and at one time they were sold out. So I got lucky. I was there. They had corn dogs. Hopefully she still likes them, you know, and she's no longer pregnant. But, you know, hey, a lot of people like corn dogs. And it was clearance at $5.35. I mean, I couldn't imagine the real price. This is probably $12 or even higher at my Kroger for something like that. So all in all, here's what I bought at my Kroger. My total was $90.62. You're thinking, oh my goodness, yes. As you say, for all the freezer stuff, it really does add up. And I don't know about you. I'm not the kind of girl that goes to, say, the mall and gets her hair done and gets her nails done. I do go to a place to get my hair cut. But most of my money is spent at the food store, in all honesty, because you can tell, you know, I've spent quite a bit between Meijer and Aldi and counting here. I'm almost $300 or a little bit over $300 when you add it up, which is a lot of money. So I'm actually going to be doing in the month of August for 2 weeks. If I could do it for 2 weeks, then I'll do it for the other 2 weeks. It's going to be in with my shopping haul. I'm going to show where I'm going to try to eat my food more from my freezers and my shelf, which I already do that now, but again, I do buy a lot that maybe I shouldn't be buying. And see what I can get away with when I go to the store where I'm just maybe buying milk, bread, and eggs, you know, and maybe cheese or yogurt. You know, I'm going to see if I can try to spend less at the grocery store, and that will be a challenge for me for 2 weeks. And again, it will start in August, where I will go ahead and film each day. Like, you know, this is what I'm having for breakfast, lunch, dinner, you know, and it will go in with the shopping haul that I do every 2 weeks. I'm actually doing the shopping haul, kind of doing it every 2 weeks. Sometimes I do it weekly if I just go to Kroger. Again, when I go to Meijer and Aldi, it's usually only twice a month. I'm not going every week. So that's why I kind of, you know, combine those videos as well. But you might want to go ahead and look out for that, because I know it will be a challenge for me, you know, because I always see a good deal, and I don't know about you. You see a good deal and you say to yourself, well, my kids could enjoy that. Yeah, but if I keep on doing this all the time, probably be broke. I'm not now. But, I probably do need to see if I can challenge myself as I'm getting older to say, okay, maybe once a month I do it one time for my kids, maybe not every, say, week, etc. And of course, if I see a good deal for myself or my husband, I'm picking it up as well, because if I see something, I'm like, hey, I eat that every day, I'm going to get it. Yeah. But I'm going to see, like I said, I think it will be a challenge for me just so that I know, okay, this is what I got in my freezer. Let me make a meal around that. Because sometimes, in all honesty, I'll be like, I'm kind of feeling this, or, I'm kind of feeling that. And then I go to the store and guess what? I buy it. As you say, out of the whim, like maybe you're wanting a steak and you don't have steak in the freezer, and then you go to the store and you try to find one clearance or etc. and then you buy it. So like I said, it will be a challenge for me, but you might want to go ahead and look out for that, like I said, in the month of August. Here's my Dollar Tree shopping haul. I went ahead and picked these up. They're like a type of cardboard or wood. There's 2 in the bag, so there's 2 of these scarecrows, and then you get pens. I figured I'd pick up one different design each, so that way I can give it to my granddaughters. So each granddaughter will get 1 scarecrow and then 1 tree with some markers. And you can't beat $1.25 for that. I found some scented crayons. That looked interesting. Scented erasers. Again, these are for my granddaughters. Maybe more something I'm leaving at my house that we're going to be using. I picked up some toddler shampoo, Cocoa Melon, 2-in-1. I picked up another calculator. My one calculator seems like the buttons are kind of small, and I thought, hey, I'm getting I'm getting older and I need to have some bigger buttons. Went ahead and picked up some envelopes. I was getting a little low on that. I picked up some stickers, googly eyes. I thought this would be perfect for like my house, when the kids are over, etc. I picked up a paint with water, kittens. They have some books for like reading level 2, like a granddaughter reads. And then I've got Little Rabbit, Couldn't Sleep. These are those really, really nice books that I've been showing you from the Dollar Tree. The pictures are just real pretty. And again, for $1.25, you cannot beat that. And you know how much books are. They're quite expensive. I went ahead and picked up this puzzle where the girls are gone camping. My granddaughters are going camping next weekend, and I thought this would be perfect to give to them so that they can do this when they're going camping. And then I picked up some toothbrushes to keep at my house when my grandchildren come over, if they have to spend the night, etc. Here's for the grandson, a Hot Wheel one, and then the Barbie ones. I picked up a measuring cup. This is actually to use more in the building. And then I picked up one of these glasses. I keep on breaking some of my drinking glasses. And I really just thought the sunflowers was real pretty. So I went ahead and picked up one of those. Then I found these. I think these are just pretty. And at $1.25, you cannot beat that. And they have a string for hanging, and the other one is pumpkin pie. And this is a way to decorate your home, on a budget, because it's only $1.25. If you got this anywhere else, yes, it would be real wood. This is like a cardboard. Just don't get it wet. Hang it, on your wall inside. It would be easily $20, $25. Went ahead and got the calendars. Now they are not $1.25. They're a little bit higher. I got the 2 calendars I know were like $4.25 a piece, so maybe they were like $2 a piece, which again, you still cannot beat that for a calendar. Look at these beautiful pictures. And then the other one, it says flowers and garden. I just liked, it had a lot of inspirational things, and it was just real pretty. So I ended up getting that. So all in all, here's what I bought from the Dollar Tree. My total was $30. Well, let me go ahead and show you my Kroger shopping haul right here. I went ahead and got my milk, and all my milk at my Kroger, each variety in the gallon, is $3.89, which we are paying more because we're a little bit further out. My mother-in-law and my mother live a couple of cities away, and they're only paying $2.89 to $2.99 for a gallon of milk. Went ahead and got my half gallons of milk. They were just regular price, $2.79. I went ahead and picked up another bag of flour. I really like the Kroger flour because this is only $2.69 for all-purpose flour. Again, I buy the enriched ones where it has more vitamins added to it because I don't take a vitamin pill. So that is why I buy that one. And that is an excellent price. I love King Arthur flour, but $5 for a bag of flour when this is $2.69, I'm gonna be buying the Kroger brand. Went ahead and picked up some blueberries. They were $2.99 for 18 ounces. That was a coupon in your app or your website that you needed to clip, limit 5. Went ahead and got the watermelon. I picked a smaller one. You could have got a real big, huge one. They were $4.99. That was a digital coupon in the app or the website you needed to clip, limit 5. So this size right here is just perfect for me and my husband. The real big, long ones, that's pretty much, if we're having a party or something. That's just a lot of watermelon. So in all honesty, this one will be perfect, and hopefully nothing will go to waste. Some of the bigger ones, sometimes, we can't eat it all, but then of course I give it to my ducks and my chickens as a treat. So it's not like it's being totally wasted. Went ahead and got my red lettuces. I was lucky to get them, so I got my 3 red lettuces. I would buy 2, but we do eat a lot of lettuce almost every day. So that's why I get that. Went ahead and picked up a bag of potatoes. I ended up getting this in the clearance section. So this is the Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce that my husband loves, original, and they were clearance for $2.25. Says regular price is $5. They are good to November 2026. You cannot beat that price. So I bought 2 for me. My daughter said she'd take 1. So hey, that's a good deal. Went ahead and picked up the cheese. 1 pound of cheese, the Kroger brand, was $3.29. That was a coupon in your app or your website you needed to clip, and limit 5. So I went ahead and bought 2 because I use these for pizzas. So that's just perfect. Then I found this in the clearance section as well. I thought I would go ahead and give this to my granddaughters. Some buttery maple flavor waffles. My daughter says she didn't want any. And at $2.10, you can't beat that price. And I went ahead and got these. The Annie's Organic Drizzle Granola Bars for clearance for $2.66. 1 for my son, 1 for my daughter. And they can eat on it. I don't think they're going to give it to the children just because there's chocolate, but you never know. And then I bought some drinking straws. So all in all, here was what I bought at Kroger. My total was $55.40. I don't think that was bad. But then again, you look at, the number of items and you think, maybe that would be like $40 or $45. So that does seem a little high, but at least it was, a little bit cheaper in the bill. Well, let me go ahead and show you another shopping trip. I ran into my local Meijer right here. Okay, here's my Meijer shopping haul. It's actually Saturday, and it is July 26th. I went in because over there for my mom, I actually go and clean my mom's house every Saturday because, with her being older, she can't do it. Me and my daughter actually do it. So I went ahead and got some onions. They were $1. So they had a sale that if you buy 7 of certain things, you get it for $7. Mix or match. So I ended up getting the onions. The potatoes was one of the 7 for 7. These are yellow potatoes. They are 3 pounds, and I bought 4 bags. Probably thinking, oh gosh, it's a lot of potatoes. Well, I'm going to be making some more hash browns. I do have a recipe for baked hash browns that's coming up in the next couple of months. And I make them and then I freeze them. And then I just take out what I want in the morning. So I'm going to be doing that with these. So, because it's such a good deal. Went ahead and got some bananas because they were green. This way they'll last a little bit longer. Ones at Kroger, they were kind of past, they were pretty much ready for banana bread, not for eating. Went ahead and got some more cheese. I was getting I was just opening my last pack, and I like to stay one ahead because this cheese in the big, huge package with the 36 sticks, it's usually gone, right clean. I don't blame people because hey, then you don't have to keep on shopping. And then I got some more sliced cheese. I got a bag of carrots, and I really went for the beef. The ground beef, if you bought it in 2.5 pounds, was $4.99. Otherwise, it's regular $6.49. Some is as high as $8 a pound. You know, I can't believe I'm saying $4.99 is cheap for ground beef because, you know, many years ago that would be extremely high. But I went ahead and got 2 packages. So I ended up getting like almost 5 pounds of ground beef. So that will go ahead and I'm going to put it in the food saver and put it in my freezer. Went ahead and picked up the chuck roast. I didn't know they were on sale. So I went ahead and got a chuck roast. And again, I only pick it up when it's on sale. And it was on sale for $6.99. And its regular price is $9 a pound. So savings of $2 per pound. Of course I'm going to get it because it's something that we eat. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in my food saver and put it in the freezer. So that is a good deal. I needed some more aluminum foil. It was not on sale. The spaghetti, again, was one of 7 for $7. I got another bag of sandwich Ziplocs. You know, I call them like Ziploc, but it's not Ziploc, Meijer brand. Snack bags. I ended up getting some more chicken for my dog. I've already gone through 2 cans, so I only had 1 left, and I figured I got to have some extras just in case he doesn't feel well. Got another pizza sauce while I was there. And then I picked this up. They had this clearance. And I thought, my son and my daughter, or I could take one and put it in the freezer and save it for Labor Day. You can't beat $1.65 clearance on Hebrew National beef hot dogs. So, you know, I got 2 packages. Like I said, you cannot beat that price. Went ahead and got some green beans. And again, this was one of the 7 for $7. And I just got 7 bags. I do have green beans canned, you're correct, but I do like a different variety. Besides just having my canned green beans, sometimes I like the frozen green beans. Because in all honesty, sometimes I'm just tired. And it's so much easier just to take this out, you know, either put it in a container and microwave, or you can even microwave in the bag if you like, and you got your beans done. So, you know, these are kind of for my lazy days. And then I went ahead and got the tissues. And again, you cannot beat tissues for $1. I bought 7 boxes. This shall do me quite a bit. I've got 2 bathrooms. I keep one in my living room and I keep one in my bedroom. So I'm going through 4 boxes at a time. Well, you know, whether I get through it, it does take me a little bit. But if we have guests over, etc., we go through quite a bit of tissues. So I just thought that was an excellent deal. And then you didn't have to pay full price. So all in all, here were my groceries from Meijer. My total was about $96.20. You're looking at that. I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, how can it be that much? Because a lot of it's 7 for $7, but the meat is so high, but it was on sale, you know, and I didn't want to pay, you don't want to pay full price for meat, you know, so you definitely want to get it. Well, thank you for watching. This was Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. I hope you have a good day.